Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darius Slayton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. This is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up. 1st and goal at the 5. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 27.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And this will be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Trucks over him. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The Niners set to take over on offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers point their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there. Go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A first down carry for Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now a breakout start for the Niners in 2019. This is Raheem Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He was brought down by Cole.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Touchdown, 49ers! DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. On second down, here's Burrow. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. What's up, man?
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Again, it's Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
First down and goal to go.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
Jones, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done.
It got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30-yard blitz coming, and down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. This is Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
49ers 7.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Henry. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Come on now. Let's do it.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
25-yard line.
And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Burrow. The left side completion to Jones.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Got a man, Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
He's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Jones. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 23. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Open net, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 49ers 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 19-yard line.
So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Jones. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not...
Touchdown, 49ers! Derrick Henry, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game.